let's get to the Humvee info. So you all know on Saturday, was it Saturday? I did a vlog, a car vlog. Ironically enough, I did a car vlog in my doors off Bronco about just some minor equipment that went missing at an Army Reserve Center in, I want to say, Tulsa, California. It was in California, south of Los Angeles. It seems that an Army Reserve depot or an Army Reserve Center, which exists to provide training, reservists, maintain supplies, south of Los Angeles, but not far from Los Angeles, certainly within the vicinity of all of this catastrophe. Just a few items went missing. People had broken in and attempted to steal uniforms, but effectively stole 3 Humvees. Let me just do you want to bring up the New York Times article? Let's see if I'm going to get paywalled on this. Close this. I'll just bring up an article to refresh everybody's memory. Archive, PH. Bada bing, bada boom. One more step, and I'll bring this article up right here. All right, here we go. Humvees were stolen. 3 Humvees. One of which was armored. 2 of which were cloth. Tustin, what did I say? Tulsa? Tustin, California. The police in Tustin said Humvees, as well as binoculars, bayonets, machine gun vehicle mounts, not machine guns, had been stolen from an Army Reserve Center. They're looking for it. They're seeking information about the theft of 3 Humvees. More than a dozen bayonets, which scares the ever-loving bejesus out of me. If you haven't seen the documentary The Road to Nanking, or The Rape of Nanking, it will forever change the way you view bayonets. And I'm not saying this to be funny or glib. It's horrendous. It's what it's horrendous World War II stuff between the Japanese and the Chinese. So bayonets are not nothing. 7 freestanding machine gun tripods and other military. There were binoculars as well. Stolen. They say the items stolen include medical equipment. 40 pairs of binoculars were taken on the night of January 8th in the thick of the fire from an Army Reserve Center in Tustin, California, 34 miles southeast of Los Angeles. Police recovered the 2 Humvees on Saturday. All right, after receiving a tip from the public. I guess this contains the update. They found 2 of the 3 Humvees. They found the cloth Humvees, not the armored Humvee. They didn't find the bayonets. They didn't find the machine gun mounts, but they found 2 of the 3 vehicles. And now let's take a break from this video for a word from our sponsor, The Wellness Company. Okay, folks, the countdown is on before the new administration exposes the entire pandemic. Most people know that a lot of people's health was negatively impacted by global coercion, whether it's severe side effects or experiencing long COVID. Check out this natural solution formulated by Dr. Peter McCullough in collaboration with The Wellness Company. And they just leveled up their original detox formula for $30 less, introducing the 3-in-1 Ultimate Spike Detox, conveniently consolidating into 1 capsule with 4 times more natokinase, 500 milligrams of bromelain, and 500 milligrams of turmeric root extract. Natokinase, an enzyme researched for its anti-clotting effects, may work to break down spike proteins combined with bromelain and curcumin. It provides a potent blend for detoxification and cellular support, crafted with 100% natural ingredients. Ultimate Spike Detox is backed by research, offering effective support for your cells' natural repair and recovery. Experience the only formula approved and used by Dr. Peter McCullough, a top fighting doctor who risked it all. Head over to twc.health/Viva. Use promo code Viva for 15% off and free shipping. That is twc.health/Viva. Promo code Viva, 15% off and free shipping. And now back to the vlog. Lieutenant Nunley said the police did not have information about the thieves because the military did not have surveillance cameras on the warehouse. By the way, not to be cynical and overly conspiratorial, Lieutenant Nunley said that the police did not have information about the thieves because the military did not have surveillance cameras on the warehouse. Did they have security cameras and they were not on the warehouse? Did they have security cameras but they were not on at the warehouse? Or did they not have security cameras at the warehouse, which houses Humvees, machine gun mounts, and bayonets and binoculars and medical equipment? Oh, by the way, they also tried to steal some uniforms, but they couldn't apparently get into the lockers to steal the uniforms. He said the police were seeking footage from other cameras in the area. Is this a comedy? This is like Jeffrey Epstein level. Yep. It's a military base with military equipment and armored Humvees and weapons, but we don't have the battery went dead. Like nobody heard the chirping. Investigators have been sifting through tips that include reports of citing the Humvees are being used to respond to the wildfires in Los Angeles. Lieutenant Nunley said Humvees are Investigators have been sifting through tips that include reports of sightings of Humvees that are being used to respond. Okay, fine. Governor Newsom has deployed the National Guard to help with the wildfire response. We're going to get there. Thieves entered the storage at about 8 p.m., between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. It's unclear when the thieves left with the stolen goods, which also included 8 machine gun vehicle mounts. Investigators found multiple storage lockers with locks removed and a fence cutter, yada yada yada, where they were parked. It also looked as if there had been an unsuccessful attempt to gain access to uniforms. Nothing to worry about here, folks. There have been several Humvee thefts from military sites in California in recent years, so you'd want to make sure not to have cameras on, of course, because if you don't see it, it's news to you. In November 2023, 4 months after a Humvee was stolen from the National Guard, police recovered the vehicle after a chase. Officers used spike strips to deflate the tires. In 2022, a man was arrested after he led officers on a chase while driving a Humvee stolen from Naval Amphibious Base Coronado near San Diego. Humvee, it's like they got one every year and they don't think to have cameras anymore. Stolen in 2021 from the National Guard Armory in Bell, California, was found 5 days later in Los Angeles County. So that's the update. The update is there are a bunch of jackasses. It seems that everybody at all levels of government are thoroughly corrupt, incompetent buffoons. They don't have security cameras, so they don't know who stole it. They don't know if it was an inside job. They don't know whether this armored Humvee is going to be found, what it's going to be used for. And the question that I have for the chat, you are all smarter than me, especially in your aggregate wisdom. Some people were saying, Viva, machine gun mounts are useless if you don't have machine guns. That's fine. Machine guns are illegal in the United States. Everybody knows that, despite the fact that some people want to pretend that they are, because they want to confound machine guns, which is automatic release of multiple rounds with one action of the trigger, with semi-automatic rifles, or so-called, quote, assault rifles. My question is this. Would a machine gun tripod or mount, would that not be useful for the purposes of securing any standard rifle, for the purposes of accuracy or driving and shooting at the same time? That's my question to the chat. Are machine gun tripods not useful for any rifle for the purposes of using it as a tripod to stabilize that rifle? I mean, I presume machine gun tripods are not specifically mounted to only function with machine guns, which I presume if it's anything like, a tripod, this little tripod, which is one of my favorites, I've never used it, will work with any camera that has the mount on the bottom. And any camera could be a nice little Nikon 300 where you just screw it right into the bottom, you see right there, and then it becomes a tripod, or a totally useless Nikon FE, whatever the heck this one is. This is like 1978, 84, whatever. This has got the same mount on the bottom. So does a tripod for machine gun not also work on any potential other rifle? I think the answer is yes, but I don't know. And unlike Sam Harris, I will not form an opinion until I do know definitively. Here, check this out. Dude, work of art. There you go. Look at that. It works. Very easy to fabricate machine gun mounts for M249s or M240s. So, yeah, don't worry, people. They found the 2 cloth Humvees. They still haven't found the armored Humvee, the weapons, the binoculars, the medical equipment. They don't know who did it because they didn't have cameras on. Or maybe they do and they're not disclosing it to the public because maybe it would reveal yet more unpleasant realities about the perpetrators of violence in America.